Alrighty, so in this video, we're now gonna continue designing our sidebar and our drawer because we wanna work on this drawer here. So if we can see, when we load our page, we're getting this red line here. And so let's go ahead and fix that. Here, first of all, to fix that, let's add X clock. This is to hide this line until we wanna show it manually, or until the page loads rather. After that, here, let's add something like X transition dot origin left. Let's just customize our classes a little bit here. Remove this red background here, add background, a background white, px4, overflow y scroll, and overflow x hidden. Add a little bit of shadow there and add a z index of, make it 50. Right, so let's just go ahead and actually see what we are doing here. So for now, we can simply go up there. Let me just collapse all this for now, except the search. This all gone, and the footer too, so you can have a short scroll. Right, in here, I'm gonna add a few kind of more variables here. I'm gonna add something like show search, be forced by default, and then show notifications, because we're gonna work on two things here on the side menu, also force. Now let's make these two entangled. Shrink, draw. After that, now let's add a click button here such that when we click on this search, we want to open this side menu bar. So let's go back. In here, let's do show search. So in here, let's go to this one, the one which has search. So you can just remove this A tag, add a div there, and here add a div. So now when you click here, want to show the side, or rather the drawer from the side menu. So here, let's use Alpine. Add click here, show search. Let's put that to true. On top of that, we want to hide this show notifications if it's open. They're false. Also, let's add the drawer to true, and this is coming from here. So let's just go and check out how it's working. First the page. All right, so now if I click on search, you see we're showing this side menu here, but there's no indication as to how it is working, and we need to add a few more classes because it's not overflowing here. So to fix that, let's go back to our code. In here, let's go to our app layout. Here where there's drawer side, go to this element or rather class which has drawer side. In here, add overflow visible and the z index of 10. Alright, that should fix it. Let's go back to our components. Close these components from the views. In here, in our Livewire sidebar component, because this is extending to like 96 width, 96, which is about 384 pixels. So let's come up here, remove this overflow X hidden. And just to show some content inside. For now, just add something like search. Now if we go back, awesome. You see that now we have this big width, which is like 96, the button and the text there search. So with that, let's now go ahead and customize this to make it look much better and add an input field here. Let's go back. In here, since when we click this, we're also making the source show search true. So let's go ahead and work on that. In here, let's add a template. We're gonna show this X if show search is true, because inside this drawer we're gonna have a show search and notifications at the same time. So we have to like manage our HTML properly. This template is just used to like hide the element, or rather everything inside here, like make it not part of the main DOM. It helps with loading pages faster. It's only gonna show or load after we show it manually. Here add div and say height full here. Here I'm gonna say X clock, or this is not necessary. Right, so in here I'm gonna have a header. In the header, let's add a class here. Let's make this sticky. Top 0, width full, background white, py2. Let's add an h5 text for Excel, font bold, my4. Let's add a search. Right, down here after this, let's add an input. Add a few classes here. We can say border 0, ring 0. If I click tab, now I'm gonna have an input field there. Here the type, let's change it to search. Let's add a placeholder, search too. Okay, so now if we go back, awesome, now we have this big search and an input field there, which is like research, no outline borders or anything. And the reason why we're adding type to search is that it's going to automatically create a clearing button here. So when you click there, it's going to remove everything inside the field. So you must make it. I like this feature, it's so nice, HTML. After doing that, next let's go ahead and now here, if we close this, if we click outside, this thing is not closing automatically there. So let's go ahead and add some functionality to make sure that when you click outside this new drawer, it's gonna close by itself, or we're gonna close it. So there, remember here we added these shrink and drawer as entangled. This just helps to manage the balancing between Alpine, Livewire, and HTML. So that's why I made this entangled. So that being said, open the sidebar, the Livewire components. Here, add those properties as public variables here. Default is false. Also here, we have another one, which is this one, drawer. Default is false. So now here, actually, I just outside this drawer, not the whole sidebar. Yeah, we can just make this the next line. And then down here, let's add click. So here I'm gonna say drawer false, show search is equals to false, and show notification. So that's gonna set everything to false when you click outside this one. Okay, after adding that here, right here, make sure it says click dot outside. This is a good Alpine feature which will trigger these events when you click outside this element. Now if you go, now here we're clicking inside, it's not closing. If you click outside, now it's closing. If I open this again and click outside, it's now closing and opening like that. Alright, so now after adding that, now let's go ahead and make this search functionality functionable now. So here, after the header, main, okay, in here let's add something like a list, overflow X hidden. Yes. Now I'm gonna have a link. So since here the search is mainly just for users, Instagram, when you search for something, you're only searching for users. So here we're gonna have a for each loop here. So actually here outside this UL, let's add if else. Let's move this whole UL element. Here we're gonna say add results. We don't have this results variable yet, but I'm gonna create it later. So I'm gonna say here, if this result is true, then for each, let's loop through this results. Results as user, and move this end for each, put it after this list, closing tag. In here I'm gonna say route, this profile home, I get this username, because when I pass a user here. In here, let's add a few classes to this. Here, class, flex, gap2, truncate, item center. Now, in here, I'm gonna have an X avatar, add wire ignore width 9, height 9. Alright. And here for the source, I'm gonna add HTTPS question mark space. Actually, here, let's add something like, here, I'm gonna add something like a key. Alright, as key point that, so you can use this to start from 0, 1, 2, 3 key. Right, after adding that here on the right, after the avatar, let's add a div dot flex to call. Then I have a span, font bold, the text small. Here I'm gonna show this user we're looping through's username. Here I'm gonna get a span, another one. Here's gonna be text font normal, text extra small, truncate. Here we're gonna have a fake sentence like a user's description or bio, which we don't have at the moment. So let's just say fake sentence. Right. Here, if there are no results, we just do the HTML center element. We'll say no result. All right. Here, after adding no result, here let's just add something like in the input wire model dot live. Since it's a live search, we're gonna say query. Okay. So after adding that, before we go back to our website, it's gonna show us errors now. So let's go ahead and add these variables and properties in our backend. So here you go. In our backend, let's add properties like public $sign results and public query. So the method here, function, this is updated. Make sure it's updated query. It's a Livewire feature. It's going to help us listen to click events or rather input events on our model, wire model. So you're going to pass the query that we're passing here. Pass the result of the updated value. Okay, if query is equals to empty string, and just return this results is equals to now. We'll return a now value. Else, if it's not empty, then now we can conduct a search. So here we'll say this results is equals to user model. Import that here. Here we'll say where username. You're gonna do a search. So we're gonna say like. You'll say like, comma. You add percentage at the full stop there. Let's get the query. This one, getting from here. And another full stop, percentage, close that. This will just help us search for the username which matches this search query. All right, now after doing that, we'll say, let's collapse this here, or where, the same kind of thing. Let's just copy this whole thing, but we'll change this to name. And here we'll just say, get. Hopefully this query is correct. Okay, so let's go ahead and now refresh the whole page. Now if we click on search here, if I click for I, you see we're getting these names here, which means the user search model is working perfectly fine. So now before we close this video up here, let's just make this background white on this search header. There on the search header, in the sidebar menu, here we have this header. Actually, add Z index to there, Z index to like 10 or something. Now this is to stop these variables from actually showing up. Yeah, awesome. Now you see we have a good search functionality, which is working fine. All right, so I think that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.